Happy Kwanzaa from News Channel 8. Live, this is News Channel 8 at 6 on your side.
A popular peer payment app is in legal trouble, accused of doing a poor job protecting users.
And frustrated Madeira Beach residents say they're struggling to even start the rebuilding process due to permit problems. How the city is trying to address these concerns.
Fog alert tonight. We're under a dense fog advisory through 10 a.m. We'll expect clearing skies after about 9:30 tomorrow morning. I'll walk you through where the worst of the visibilities will be.
Those top stories are coming up in just moments, but first, a weekend shooting is raising safety concerns ahead of tomorrow's New Year's Eve celebrations. Good evening, I'm Jennifer Lee.
And I'm Ty Russell. Thank you for joining us. With large crowds expected across the city of Tampa, 8 on Your Side went to police to find out exactly how they plan to protect those partygoers. News Channel 8's Nicole Rogers joins us now live in Ybor City with the latest. Nicole.
Jen, Ty, with officer-involved shooting we saw over the weekend, the big question is, what precautions are Tampa police putting in place to ensure everyone heads into this new year both safe and alive? And as you can see, we have this parade going on for the ReliaQuest Bowl, which is tomorrow. So remember, New Year's Eve, we're going to have the typical New Year's Eve. So many people here in Tampa, which is why Tampa police are saying it's truly important that if you see something, you do say something. Live in Ybor City, Nicole Rogers, 8 on Your Side.
Nicole, thank you. And speaking of New Year's Eve events, the city of St. Pete will be holding a fireworks display. There will be live DJs, lights, and a giant disco ball. Attendees will also be able to enjoy food vendors, games, and of course, midnight toasts. The event is free, I like free, at the pier. And holiday festivities continue at the Hyde Park Village this evening. A traditional menorah lighting started about an hour ago in Hyde Park. Organizers tell us this evening's event includes pottery, treats, and live music. And the popular peer-to-peer payment platform Zelle and 3 of the nation's largest banks have been sued by the federal government over alleged widespread fraud payments through Zelle.
The Consumer Financial Protection Bureau claims in its lawsuit that Americans have lost hundreds of millions of dollars because the app doesn't protect them.
The federal watchdog agency claims customers of the 3 banks named in the lawsuit have lost more than $870 million over the 7 years since Zelle was introduced. I reached out to Zelle, and a spokesperson called that number misleading and said that many reported fraud claims come to find out they are not fraud after an initial investigation.
And Shannon, the big question here is, what exactly is this lawsuit seeking?
Well, everybody who's lost money wants to know the answer to that, and the Consumer Protection Bureau says it seeks to halt what it calls unlawful conduct. They want to obtain compensation for harmed consumers and obtain a civil penalty to be paid to a victim's relief fund. So again, if you lost money, this is something you want to keep your eye on, because perhaps if you didn't get your money back, maybe
there may be some settlement for you.
That's right.
All right. Thank you very much. And if you have something that you want Shannon to solve for you, better call Bankin. The number is 1-855-BANKIN, or you can reach her on Facebook at WFLA Shannon. We had a foggy start to the final Monday of 2024. You can see it here. There wasn't a lot of sunshine on the Skyway Bridge earlier today. To break down what conditions we can expect for the rest of the week, let's get to Max Defender 8 meteorologist Rebecca Berry.
Yeah, and Rebecca, will conditions stay mild as we finish up the year?
We finish the year mild, but we almost immediately start turning chillier as we head into next year. So cooler temperatures ahead. Wanted to show you the same St. Pete beach camera we just watched the sunset from. Look at how the sea fog has moved in. As soon as temperatures dropped a degree or two, we're at 73 now, we're down to 71. That sea fog rushed in from the Gulf, and it will continue to creep on shore, reducing our visibilities overnight tonight to a half mile or less in a lot of places. And so we're already under a dense fog advisory through 10 a.m. tomorrow morning. And so it looks like we're going to see half mile or less visibilities by 11 o'clock tonight across all of the Nature Coast, most of Polk County as well, at least the western half of Polk County, and a lot of our areas down in Lakewood Ranch, Sarasota, and Venice. Tampa and St. Pete foggy, but not at that dangerous fog level of half mile or less visibilities. We continue to see visibilities reduced overnight. We start to see some coastal clearing by 8 a.m., but inland clearing doesn't really occur until 9:30, 10 o'clock tomorrow morning. That's when we'll start to see those temperatures warm up and those visibilities going up. This is 10 a.m. tomorrow morning. Most of us sound sounding the all clear signal at that point. Temperatures still on the mild side, mid to low 70s out there right now, just peeking into the upper 60s in Inverness, and Crystal River's not far behind. We're going to be in this quiet, foggy pattern until this cold front arrives, and that's going to happen late tomorrow night into early on Wednesday morning, and that's what starts to turn our temperatures chilly. But it's just the first of many fronts, most of them dry, that will continue to lower our temperatures as we head into the weekend. We've started our cool down. We're headed into the mid 60s overnight tonight. Here's what you're waking up to. 50s in Crystal River, mid 60s elsewhere. After a foggy start, we have one more really nice mild day. I'll walk you through the impending cool down coming up next.
All right, Rebecca, thank you. Now, both Tampa Electric and Florida Power and Light are looking to increase utility bills in the new year. News Channel 8's Marilyn Parker breaks down the cost and why you will be paying more.
Tonight, police say a complicated love triangle led to an attempted murder. The shooting happened yesterday evening in the area of Tennessee Street, which is just off US 17 in Haines City. Investigators say Jervin Mendieta Romero had been threatening his partner of more than 20 years after they separated. They say yesterday he climbed through a window and shot his ex-girlfriend's new boyfriend several times. Mendieta Romero also shot off his own ring finger, according to police who tracked him down in the woods nearby. President Joe Biden has announced a national day of mourning for former President Jimmy Carter on January 9th. Carter died December 29th at 100 years old. In fact, he was the first U.S. president to reach that milestone. After his presidency, Carter has been recognized for promoting democracy, human rights, and social justice around the world. NBC Nightly News will be taking a closer look at the former president's legacy coming up at 6:30.
And hurricane season has been over for almost 2 months now, but some neighbors tell 8 on your side they can't even begin to build back following 2 devastating storms.
Tonight, we are hearing from the city on the reason for this big holdup. Plus, today marks the end of an era for an iconic part of Polk County history. What's next after Legoland ends its water skiing show?
And coming up in sports, Dan Lucas sits down with Bucks Place and a chance to make the playoffs.
You're watching News Channel 8 at 6, Tampa Bay's most watched 6 p.m. newscast.
During the last 5 years here at News Channel 8, I've tracked some intense weather. And as your morning meteorologist, I promise to deliver an accurate forecast you can trust.
Amanda Holly joins Avery, Chris, and Deanne on News Channel 8 today.
We don't have to tell you Better Call Bankin gets results. You tell us.
If you're smart, you'll call Bankin. She did in 2 days what took me 6 months.
Better Call Bankin. Weekdays at 5, only on News Channel 8. You're watching News Channel 8, awarded the 2024 Suncoast Regional Emmy for Overall Excellence.
Some Madeira Beach residents say it has been really difficult to get permits to rebuild their homes after this summer's hurricanes.
Today, the city held an availability for residents to have in-person meetings about the permitting process. As News Channel 8's Jeff Patterson shows us, some people still walked away without the answers they needed. Hillsborough County is extending the local state of emergency following Hurricane Helene. This extension will last through January 6th. The county is also under a separate state of emergency for Hurricane Milton. These declarations basically give county administrators certain special powers and pave the way for federal reimbursement of some expenses.
And today marked Legoland's final water sports stunt show. This show is viewed as homage to the park's predecessor, Cypress Gardens. Many water skiers moved to Polk County to perform at Cypress Gardens throughout the 20th century. Mark Jackson was one of them. Now, he's the director of Visit Central Florida. Jackson told News Channel 8, running a ski show is very expensive and it was not one of the park's main attractions. Now this evening, we're hearing from Legoland about the park's future plans.
While we cherish this legacy, we are listening to our guests, and our focus is on introducing new and dynamic experiences to continue creating those family memories. We're deeply grateful to the talented team behind the show, and it's been great to see fans coming out to watch the final performances leading up to December 30th. We're thrilled to bring new and exciting adventures to our guests in 2025.
Oh, well, the park tells us they are exploring future possibilities for that stadium site. That looks fun.
It's the end of an era, saying goodbye to
Yeah.
those shows that have been around for a long time.
Cypress Gardens had a big one forever.
Yeah, it was one of the main attractions.
Yep.
Yeah, I haven't heard that name in a while. Cypress
Gardens.
Yeah.
It's been a hot
It's
minute.
OG theme park right there. We are enjoying some really nice weather. Once you got past the, like, I want to stay in bed in my pajamas morning that we had with all that fog.
Wait, y'all didn't stay in bed? That was just me.
That's me too. I'm just pretending.
Well, we've got another similarly foggy start tomorrow morning and another similarly mild day. But after that, cold front really changing things up with less fog in our forecast for the rest of the week and a lot less in terms of mild temperatures, turning downright chilly as we head into the weekend. Looking out over Lakewood Ranch right now, we've still got clear skies. That's not necessarily the case along the coastline. We just checked in with our St. Pete Beach camera earlier about 15 minutes ago, and it was very foggy. We're going to stay in this foggy pattern until this cold front pushes through, which happens late tomorrow night into early Wednesday morning. So basically after the fireworks on New Year's Eve, this cold front will push through, and that's going to bring down some cooler, drier air. And it's the first of many dry cold fronts, meaning we're not going to get much rain, but we are going to get the shot of cold air lined up to move through this week and into the weekend, which is how we end up in the 40s by Saturday morning. As for tonight, mostly dry and mild. Temperatures slowly sinking out of the 70s and into the 60s, getting a little cloudy or overcast, or even some of that fog moving in. It's the sea fog creeping inland tonight. We have a small chance for a stray shower, mainly over our inland counties, but I just checked Max Defender 8. Doesn't look likely for that to happen. More likely for us to see the sea fog building in as our temperatures cool down and areas of fog continuing to build late tonight. This is 10 o'clock as we get into those mid 60s. By early 8, fog in the forecast. This is how it appears on some of our forecast models. Just a little bit of tiny light rain. That's just the fog mixing out and the forecast models picking up on all that extra moisture. It is possible to get some light sprinkles as the fog lifts and starts to warm, and that'll happen between 8 and 9:30 a.m. You can see some of those skies clearing as that fog lifts by 10 a.m. It'll appear a little overcast between about 10 and 11:30, but by your noon hour, we're looking at the sunshine and more partly cloudy skies, even moving, bordering on that mostly sunny at parts of the day. There is a 20% chance, not going to be that likely. Most of it staying dry for New Year's Eve. And so for New Year's Eve, as we head into the evening hours, we're in for another really slow cool down. By 8 o'clock, we're in those upper 60s. This is the only time of the year we stop at the midnight forecast to walk you through what you can expect. But for fireworks, we may see a little bit of sea fog. You can see it on the forecast model here for Citrus, Hernando, and parts of Pasco. It's a little cloudier to the south of I-4, but not fireworks blocking cloudy. And our temperatures continue to cool down through the 60s. The front pushes through that. You can see that change in wind direction there. As we get the northerly winds, we're waking up a little chillier on Wednesday morning for the first day of 2025. We'll start in the 50s, and we will barely make it up into those upper 60s and low 70s for an afternoon high with a chilly breeze throughout. Certainly a lot sunnier to kick the year off as well. So for rain chances, not much tomorrow. It's a 20% chance for rain, and it gets even drier after that. Even though cold front after cold front's pushing through as we head towards the weekend, significantly lowering our temperatures, not much in terms of rain. There's that 20% chance for showers after a foggy start tomorrow. And for the first day of 2025, we'll wake up in the upper 50s and only make it to 70. We plunge into the 40s Thursday morning and only make it up to 68. Back into the 40s Friday morning as another reinforcing cold front's pushing through, and that brings our temperatures down even further for the weekend. Look at Saturday. It's the coldest day this week. We're hitting 47 for an overnight low that morning and only getting up to 62, and then plunging down into the mid 40s for early Sunday morning. We do get into the upper 60s Sunday afternoon, back in the low 70s to begin next week, but it is going to be a certainly decidedly chillier forecast than what we've seen for the past couple of days. That's a look at weather. We'll be right back.
The opening day of Congress, an historic moment in America, and News Nation politics powered by The Hill will take you there.
I'm Blake Berman. Join us for a special edition of The Hill.
Friday, 6/5 Central on News Nation.
Everyone's morning starts a little differently.
Ours starts with today's news.
For Amanda, it's preparing you for the day's weather.
And Deanne's getting you through your commute.
No matter how you start your morning,
Wake up with us weekdays starting at 4:30 a.m.
Now, what began as a shaky day on defense for the Bucs wound up being a dominating effort, a second-half shutout of the Carolina Panthers and their young quarterback who's getting better and better. In this week's Bucs with Bowles interview on WFLA.com, head coach Todd Bowles hit the key points in a 48-14 Bucs victory. Yeah, so a win Sunday. They're the NFC South champions. 85 yards Mike Evans needs for 1,000 yards receiving. There's a lot going on this weekend.
There is a lot.
And let's hope that all ducks are okay.
Oh, man.
They fly. What happens if a bunch of them fly in
Too
this
soon.
Exactly.
Yeah, I missed that little duck. We need to find it so we can bring it in and show the viewers.
The News Channel 8 duck.
That duck probably already has a social media following at this point. That's going to do it for us. Thank you for joining us. NBC Nightly News is coming up next.
And we are back here at 11. Good night.
When you call today. Today's time and temperature brought to you by Trade Winds Resort, where there's a thrill in the air and fun is always in the forecast.